Okay, welcome. This is the Wareham Conservation Commission. We'd like to welcome you to today. Today's Wednesday, June 18th, 6 p.m. The Wareham Conservation Commission will hold a meeting under the Chapter Laws 131, Section 40, and the general laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts Wetlands Protection Act, the Town of Wareham Wetlands Protection Bylaw, Division 6, and any other applicable laws. All hearings of the Wareham Conservation Commission are held simultaneously under the authorities of the Massachusetts Wetlands Protection Act and the Town of Wareham Wetlands Protection Bylaw, Division 6. Although a single decision of the Conservation Commission is issued, it represents a separate decision under each authority. All matters listed may involve a decision and possible vote. And right now, we'd like to do a call to order by me. So I would like to do a roll call, starting with Mr. Scott.
Scott Sobey.
Paula Jean O'Neill.
My name's Kwame Barty.
And Michael Mercier.
And we're going to kick things off with the first hearing, please.
All right. Notice of public hearing. Pursuant to the provisions of the Massachusetts Wetland Protection Act, General Laws, Chapter 131, Section 40, and the Wareham Wetlands Protective Bylaw, Division 6, a public hearing will be held in Room 520, Wareham Multi-Service Center, 48 Marion Road, Wareham, Massachusetts, on Wednesday, January 18th, 2025, at 6 p.m. On the request of determination of applicability for Danny Warren, P.O. Box 1206, Carver, Massachusetts, 02366. The work consists of the installation of riverstone for slope stabilization and a crushed stone-filled trench. Map 46, Lot 1006, 53 Main Street, Wareham, Massachusetts. And motion to open the hearing?
Okay, that's the motion.
I move to open the hearing.
Second.
Okay, that's the second. And who's representing the project?
Mr. Chairman, Bob Rogers, GAF Engineering, on behalf of the applicant.
Hi, Bob. Okay, explain the project real quick, Bob.
Sure. So this is a small strip of landscaping between the Warren's Harbor View property line fence and the parking lot for British Landing. I put 3 stakes out there with pink ribbon, Wareham Conservation, I wrote on them. So it's, it's just a weed-infested strip of landscaping that they've agreed between Danny Warren and the owners of British Landing. They've agreed that he would take on this project, and so basically, it just needs to be raked up, weeded, graded. There's a little sinkhole in one spot, and then put down some filter fabric, the river stone. That'll keep it maintenance-free. And then we thought it was a good idea to put this shallow crushed stone-filled trench with a pipe just to intercept any runoff. There's not a lot of runoff because it's such a narrow area. And so if the water rose to the top of that trench and got in the 4-inch ADS pipe, it would outlet onto the pavement adjacent to the existing catch basin that's in the parking lot. So we've got erosion controls called for on the plan. We've got a silt sack called to be installed prior to the start of construction in that catch basin. And we're requesting a negative determination to be able to proceed with the project.
Thank you, Bob. Very, very appreciated. Guess at this time, I'd like to go around the table and see if there's any questions. Starting Mr. Scott.
No questions, thank you.
I have a question. I was there today, and I wondered if any thought, not to change your whole project, but any thought was given to just seeding that whole stretch and having it be just a natural, growing, living entity that would hold the bank, that would hold the dirt, would absorb the rain, instead of bringing in, hauling in and trucking in all the rock and all the artificial.
So I don't know the backstory to this, and so I'm sure that there's a lot of discussion, and I understand exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, it just seemed like a No-brainer.
Right, right. This is what they settled on. This is what landed in my lap.
Yeah.
And, but and again, I would say that to anyone, to any of it's clear to me the Conservation Commission prefers vegetation,
Yeah.
but the Riverstone, over the filter fabric, again, maintenance-free, no mowing, no weeds, no ticks.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but I appreciate the question.
Yeah, thank you.
At this time, I have no questions. Michael?
Same here. I have no questions at this time. Thank you.
Excellent. I see Mr. Warren down there, sitting down. Do you have any questions or concerns?
I think both are pretty good options, but either or would work.
Oh, I'm sorry, Danny. You're going to have to come up. I'm sorry. We want to see your lovely face, so.
We want to hear you too. Speak into the mic, please.
You snuck up on me.
See you, buddy.
See,
I said, I think either option would work well. If you did like some low-growth clover or something like that, and you lay the cloth out, still lay the cloth out, the impermeable cloth, or with the stone, either one's going to do the job. It's just, it's a matter of what it's going to look like at the end of the day. But I agreed to do it, so either way it goes, I'm happy with it.
yeah, and I would say seeking a negative determination of applicability preserves those options. If we were to ask for and receive an order of conditions, then we'd be locked into that design. So I can appreciate what Danny is saying, but I would suggest if there were any changes made to the plan after this evening, that they would need to be submitted to Concom and reviewed for whether or not we needed to request a new determination of applicability.
Or could we leave that open? I just noticed there was another stretch of dirt around the corner, and it was all clover, which there's no maintenance there. It doesn't have to get mowed. It only grows this high. It was full white flowers, good for the pollinators, absorbs the rain, cheaper, easier, and if you are open to having that, if it's a 50-50 thing, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, so I'd say let's get this approved, and then if there
Yeah.
was an option that changed this, that would be presented to Christine.
Well, thank you, Danny, so much. At this time, does anybody in the public have any questions?
Yeah, there's a gentleman.
Oh, there's a
There's
couple of,
somebody.
it's in the back there.
Hi, my name's
Oh, I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
you gotta come up to the microphone.
You gotta come
Yeah,
up to the microphone.
We have to go on the microphone because people online can't hear you. Sorry.
I forget, I'm old.
It's all right.
Can you identify yourself, sir?
Yeah, my name is Robert Keating. I'm on the board at the British Landing Condominiums. And I've been there for 30 years, and the problem we've had with that banking is the cars park up to the berm and overlap the back of the car, especially pickup trucks. So several feet up that strip, which is, you've seen it, it's fairly narrow, gets covered, and you don't get any sunlight or water. But the other issue is it was originally planted, but with the heavy rains, we just get so much erosion that the parking lot can be quite a bit of dirt on the lot that goes in the drain. And we found, we've eliminated bark mulch on our property, and around the plantings, we've put the river stone, and everything stays stable. It doesn't float, it's inert, and it really helps us keep things clean and neat and not run off. So we had proposed this just to take care of those issues. We find that the stone works really well. We like vegetation, our place is well planted, but we've just had everything on that banking, just hasn't worked. So we were hoping to do it this way to keep it stable and not, be an issue. The area closer to the water side, we're leaving that as natural vegetation, but closer to the street, we just get so much, it's so steep close to the street that we just seem to get runoff no matter what we do. So, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, anybody else in the audience would like to speak about this project? Going once? Oh, we're getting online too. Anybody online would like to speak on this project? No, nobody online? Okay, so at this time, I'd like to ask for our agent, Christine, recommendations, please.
-2, -6.
Okay, so a -2 and a -6, that's the recommendation. Can I take a vote on that?
A motion.
A motion on that.
Motion to close the hearing.
Motion to close the hearing?
Second.
Okay, so
All
that's the
all in
second.
favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so that's 1,
Opposed?
2, 3, 4. Opposed? Abstained?
400.
0, that's the motion. Okay, so project is closed, and before you start the work, please see,
Now we need to vote on the motion. We need to have a
You
motion.
need to make a motion.
I'm sorry, I'm kind of new to this, I'm just,
I move a -2, -6 determination.
okay, that's the
Second.
motion. Second? All in favor?
Aye. Opposed?
Opposed, abstained?
Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Thank you for your patience. Didn't do anything illegal? Oh, good, thank you. All right, let's go.
Next.
I forgot that last step.
It's all right.
Okay.
set
Can
for
we
that,
have the second reading, please, Mr. Mike?
All right. A request for a notice of intent for Floyd Andrews, 201 Head of the Bay Road, Buzzards Bay, Massachusetts. Proposed single-family dwelling with driveway, septic system, and associated graded and utilities, 201, I'm sorry, map 21, lot 6B, 7 Burgess Point Road, Wareham, Mass. And I believe is this getting moved?
So this one is continued to July 16th
Okay, we still got to vote on that, though, correct?
We can still open it.
to continue it, yeah.
Okay, so we have to vote to continue to move it to July 16th. No. So, motion to continue to July 16th?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye. Opposed?
Opposed?
Abstained?
Abstained? That's the motion. We'll continue.
Continue till July 16th.
Okay.
All right. Next one.
Marco one, there's an RDA.
Yes, do you have that one next?
Oh, I'm sorry, no, I'm sorry, totally my fault. Again, I'm still a little bit new to this. This is my computer. Okay, as I scroll down here. A request for determination of applicability for Anthony DeMarco, 71 Paddleford Street, Berkeley, Mass. 02779. Demolish existing deck, dig and install 11 new precast 10-foot stallings, install 12-foot girders on top of, then build a new 2 by 10 PT frame deck, roughly 16 by 30 foot, and 5 by 20 feet that wraps around the backside of the home. Install composite decking and rails with 2 sets of stairs. Map 129B5, lots 23, 24, 25, and 87 Glen Charlie Road, Wareham, Mass. And didn't give a zip code. All right. Motion to open the hearing?
So moved.
Second?
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
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 That's it.
Opposed?
Opposed, abstained? Gotta do that all the time. This embedded in my brain. Hi.
How are you?
And your name and?
Anthony DeMarco,
Excellent.
71 Padelphi Street. Mark Point. I'm the owner of 87 Glen Charlie Road.
Excellent. And would you like to explain some of the project and what it entails?
He hit it right on the head. Do you have any additional questions?
I'm gonna go and ask
All right.
everybody. I
It's,
didn't know if you had anything else to add.
No, the only other thing that I don't have in there is that it's
83 feet from the water's edge, 70 feet 1 inch from the retaining wall, with a 10-foot buffer zone. I think you might have saw that I staked it all out. 73 feet from the buffer zone to the water.
Excellent, thank you so much. Okay, at this time, I'm just gonna go around, and I think I'm gonna start with Mr. Mike.
I don't have any questions this time, thank you.
I do not have any questions, thank you. Paula Jean?
No, but no questions, but it was well staked.
Thank you.
And Mr. Scott?
No questions, thank you.
Excellent. Okay, so anybody in the audience have any concerns, any questions? No? Anybody online? Not at this time?
Okay, I move to close the hearing.
Christine?
I just have
She
to...
comes next.
Oh, wait, what? Who? Christine, do you have any concerns or any recommendations?
I just wanted to ask, was there erosion controls in place there as well?
We're going to put up a silt fence during construction.
All right, and the concrete that's right next to the deck when you're walking in, is that getting extended or removed?
That's going to be covered up by the new deck,
Oh, okay, just wanted to make
not
sure.
removed.
All right.
Thank you, Christine. Okay, so I guess at this time, I'd like to take a motion to close the hearing.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? None? Okay, so that's 400. Thank you. Christine, your recommendation, please.
-2, -6.
-2, -6. That's the motion.
I move a -2 and -6 on this project.
Scott?
Second?
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Abstained?
0-0.
400. We're good? Before you start the work, please see Christine. I think we're good to go.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you all, appreciate it.
Sweet. No worries. Okay, so now we have notice of intents, and these are continuations. I'm just going to read them. Okay? Okay, so the notice of intent is for Floyd Andrews, 7 Burgess Point Shores, and this is NOI 135. The applicant is proposing to construct a single-family dwelling with a driveway, septic system, and associated grading and utilities in a buffer zone and isolated vegetated wetlands with a potential vernal pool and land subject to coastal storm flowage. This is continued until 7/16. Okay, so I guess we have to take a vote to continue this to 7/16, or are we going to talk about it?
No, not talk about it.
Move to continue.
Motion to continue until 7/16?
It's actually, is it 7/16 or July 2nd?
It's 7/16.
7/16, all right.
16, so take a motion to vote and to continue to 7/16?
Aye.
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 Aye, I say aye too, so that's 400. So that'll be continued. All right. And, okay, so this is a request for determination of applicability for Robert Comio, 915 Street. This is RDA 63. Applicant is proposing to replace broken steps in the buffer zone to coastal bank and buffer zone to coastal beach.
So this, we're just waiting on a letter to formally withdraw.
They're going to withdraw, so we're just,
Well, because we haven't got the letter, we should probably move to continue it as well. And then it can be withdrawn from the agenda once the letters arrive. So I move to continue to 7/2.
Second?
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, abstain? So we will continue this until 7/16, right?
7/2.
7/2? Okay, sorry, excuse me, 7/2.
I think that's that right.
7/16, 7/2. Okay, so the next few items here are notice of intents. The first one I have is for Russell McKinnon, and that's at 28 Nelson Street. NOI 104 applicant is proposing to raise and locate and rebuilding an existing house within buffer zone and border-vegetated wetlands, land subject to coastal storm flowage and buffer zone to salt marsh. And this is also continued to 7/2. So, when they make a motion to
Motion to
continue?
continue till July 2nd?
There's a motion.
Second.
Got a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so that's 400. Number 2, this is Safe Harbor Marina on Bay LLC, 3 Green Street, NOI 127. Applicant is proposing to redevelop an existing full-service marina property, including the demolition and replacement with new construction of existing shipbuilding repair facility and marina building. New parking areas, improved stormwater management systems, associated grading, landscaping, and site improvements in coastal bank buffer zone to coastal beach and salt marsh, and land subject to coastal storm flowage. This is probably going to be continued until...
I have a point of order.
Hold on, Spence.
A point of order.
Yes.
Could we turn the volume up on the PA system so that the people in the audience could hear?
Oh, am I not speaking loud enough?
No,
or-
you're not.
Hearing aids up, turned all the way up, and I can barely hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So this will go to the control people. Can you turn the volume up? Thank you.
I am sorry.
Even so, I still.
And you have-
Also helps if you just speak like directly in your mics, but.
Test.
And you guys are
Got me.
having trouble hearing you.
And the fan is going to.
Oh, yeah, the AC is kicking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anybody need me to turn that off? Or do I have to be AC on?
No, we can all sit here and melt. That's fine. Okay, so the gentleman over there with their hand up, would you like to come up? I don't know if this is a public hearing for this, but...
This is, no, it's continued
It's
to July
continued.
16th.
So this is continued. This is continued, but...
So I emailed, I've been trying.
Oh, you wanna just come up, this... Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. And you, is any way that you can say your name and your address? This, we're not really opening the hearing on this, but...
Yeah. My name is Tim Bigelow. I live at 25 Prospect Street.
Okay.
I live right above the marina. I'm very disappointed that it's been canceled. I called, found out that this was going to be coming to the meeting. I have been looking at everything. I have a ton of questions about what they're proposing.
Yep.
And I would like to go on record with those questions, if I may.
Yeah.
I would just caution that nobody is here from the
marina.
project to represent them. So I'm not sure we could. Have you sent those questions to the conservation agent?
Some of them were sent from one of my colleagues, but I've got a lot of them, and I didn't send all of them. I've been looking very carefully at all of the plans. The plans are incredibly complex, and for those of us who are lay people, trying to understand what those plans mean is really difficult. Like understanding what is a graphically plotted FEMA flood zone, and what does it mean? What is a 100-foot wetland buffer? What does it mean? The 50-foot no activity zone. What's zone A, X, AE elevation 16, and VE elevation 19, and the flood insurance rate. What does that mean?
If I may.
Yes.
So all of us have been on that learning slope as well.
I'll bet.
And none of us have an engineering background, right? Is that correct? So we're all in the process of learning some of this as well.
Right.
What my recommendation would be is to put those questions together in a letter and send them to Christine Santos, and she'll give you the address to send it to, email address, or whatever. And we can do a couple of things with that. One is that letter in its entirety can be read into the record. It can also be forwarded to the project manager, for the Safe Harbor Marina, and they can start to answer those questions. So it might not necessarily be a long meeting that we have here if they are able to address those questions ahead of time. So,
Well, one of the reasons that I'm here is because we were dealing with Safe Harbor when they were building their racks, and they were incredibly unhelpful in terms of communicating with their abutters. You know, the only thing that they have done is they sent a registered letter to abutters that this was intended. There's been no posting of notices about these hearings in that this was a hearing. I called the gentleman in the conservation, Josh, and he said, no, it's scheduled for June 18th. Didn't hear anything else. So, you know, my friend Mike and I come here to address this, and so now they're saying, okay, we're going to put it off. I don't know how many Wednesdays I'm going to have to schedule to try and address these issues with them. I know that they've just been sold. It's a huge corporation. We're just a couple of people having to deal with somebody who's got millions and millions of dollars to push us off. They moved ahead with a lot of stuff on the racks before it was even addressed with the appeals board. So I have very little faith in Safe Harbor Marina at this point in time, so I will do that. And
Yes,
we'll
I would
make
stay in-
sure that we send it.
yeah, stay in touch with Christine about
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
So it would probably make sense for me to actually go and meet Christine and who's Christine?
Christine is right here.
You're Christine.
Yes.
Oh,
You can-
so
you
did
can-
you get my email?
I did, yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
I'm going to be one of your new best friends, or maybe, I don't know, but
Yes.
I hope so.
Send me an email, give me a call, stop by the office.
Okay, I will do all those things because this is an incredibly complex thing, and I know that Mike probably wants to say something as well, but one of the concerns that we have is it's a small little plot, and they want to make a huge bloody marina there, and we're worried about traffic, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Right, like I say, it wouldn't be fair
Yeah.
with them not being here.
Right.
So,
It wouldn't have been fair for me being here if they were supposed to be here and no one told me. But
Exactly.
I'm dealing with that.
exactly right.
Right. Well,
Okay. I will send that, Christine. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
I appreciate that.
yes, thank you so much. Okay, so that will be continued.
Well,
Yes, anybody else on- is
gentleman
anybody
want to
online?
say something?
Anybody else in the audience, even though this is not a public hearing for this, but you can probably come up in this, state your name and address, and maybe a soft concern for Christine.
Or did we cover it already?
Yeah.
He's all set.
No, we have one more person, one more gentleman. Just have to say your name and your address. And just a couple bullet points so Christine can, maybe address them later on.
Yes, my name's Mike Goldbrantz. I live at 54 Andrews Street, and I live on the corner of Andrews and Prospect, so I'm pretty close to the marina. I have some questions, and I don't know, I just want you, I would love for you people to, and I don't know if you've gone over to the marina.
Yes, we went there plenty of times. Yeah. Yep.
I've been going down there for 60 years.
Yep.
I finally bought a house there 10 years ago, so my grandkids could experience what I did, but the marina's too big. How many boats do they have there? Now, they had two boats caught fire, and so if you talk to the fire department, they even struggled to get down to the marina to put out the boat fire.
So-
I don't know if you guys know that.
Barty, if you don't
Yes,
mind.
yes, sir.
So, I think you were invited up to ask questions that could be addressed in advance, but not to advance any further opinion about it until there's an actual formal hearing. Once again, I mean, we're legally bound to...
Oh, no,
Okay. So if you have some questions that
I
can be addressed ahead of
expected
time...
a little bit more, because I don't get any notifications from the marinas
Right.
that what's going on, nothing in the mail. I got one,
Butters
the
notice.
very first one.
Yeah.
But am I supposed to be notified?
Absolutely. I think, at this point in time, I think my recommendation is to maybe sit down with Christine and figure out when the next hearing will be, and then we can, take some formal questions when that time comes. That's my personal opinion.
I have a
know.
handicapped grandson, he has cerebral palsy, got a walker. He'll be in a wheelchair shortly, but the traffic that marina brings, not do they go boating, but, now they've enjoyed themselves, and then they ride around the neighborhood before they exit. Most people don't take the left out.
Once again, I would caution both the commission and you that we're not taking testimony at this time.
Well, I didn't, okay.
So if there are questions that you would like to address to...
My one question would be, I'd love for you guys to come by the neighborhood. At 29 Prospect Street, her name is Susan Kellstrom. She's a very elderly woman. She butts right up to the marina. She's in Connecticut right now because she had some surgery, but what I did want to just show you, and she did say if you want to walk on her property, you can.
Once again, we can't go there. This is not an open hearing. We can't legally take any testimony.
Well, I don't think I'm giving it, what I just want you guys to come by. I just want you to look at this picture to show where the marina has veered so far off to the left that she doesn't have any water in her backyard. Can I just show you guys this? Can't even see that.
Unfortunately, because the meeting is continued,
Yeah. No, I'll come to the next one. That's
yeah,
fine.
absolutely. That's why
I
was,
really appreciate it.
Yeah, and we're
If
kind
I
of,
overstep some, I
yeah.
don't know all the steps.
Yeah, we're
So
kind
I
of like,
appreciate your patience. Thank you.
yeah, we're kind of strapped with how we can operate this, but right now, I think the best decision I can say is take those questions and concerns to Christine, and when the next meeting comes, we can all address that.
And then my final words is thank you, but 60 years ago, it was a small marina. Smith family owned it, and now it's just too big. And that's what they're doing to every single marina they have, so.
Yep, well, they're gonna.
Thank you, guys. I really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
July 16th is the new date?
Yes, so to be clear, this project is currently under peer review, which is why it's been continued to allow time for the peer reviewer to actually review the full project.
And if it were, because I'll call and I'll ask you directly, so you'd be able to let me know if it got changed.
Yeah.
Correct, and I would do that, just to make sure it is,
Right.
it is scheduled till, on July 16th, and to make sure that, because there's a chance it could get, say, rescheduled till
Right.
August, say, 3rd or whatever like that, okay? Just make sure, all right?
Okay. And to echo what he said, and I know that we did this with the first people who were up here, you went and visited the property. I encourage you, you can come to my property and see, I mean, I'm 14 feet from where my property is where they're going to build a new building. It's not even within the 50-foot buffer.
The last thing I would say is, when you leave that door, be assured that your voices, all the abutters, the neighbors, citizenry, really important for us to hear that.
Right.
But there are certain conditions under which we can hear that, and it has to be a legal, open, public hearing. So,
Right. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you. Okay, so that will be continued. Then I'd take a motion to continue to 7/16.
so moved.
Second?
That's the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstain. 400. Okay, so that will be continued. Right. Number 3 is for Kyle Cabral, 29 Camp Street, NOI 133. This applicant is proposing to construct a 2-family dwelling with decks, driveway, and associated utilities and buffer zone to salt marsh and land subject to coastal storm flowage. And this is also continued to 7/16.
So they've requested a continuance?
It says on my
It says on
paperwork,
there,
it says
continue till
7/16.
7/16.
Yeah, so we need to have a motion to continue it.
Absolutely.
So moved.
Yep.
Second?
That's the motion. That's the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Abstained. Opposed, abstained. 400. We will continue
What date
that.
did we say for that?
7/16. Number 4 is for Kevin Welsh, 2731 Cranberry Highway, NOI 134. Applicant is proposing to raise the house and construct 2 120 times 60 industrial buildings, a driveway, a septic system in riverfront area, buffer zone to bordering vegetated wetlands, and bordering lands subject to flowage. At this time, this is not continued, and we will be talking about this.
No, this has been continued
It's
to
also been
July
continued.
2nd.
Hey, well, that's 4 for 4.
Yeah,
Okay.
that request came in very, very recently. It
Okay.
had been submitted to Josh before, but he's
Okay.
All right. Motion to continue till July 2nd.
July 2nd.
Motion to continue to July 2nd. Okay, so that's the motion. Can I take any votes here? Well, hold on.
Can I ask a couple of questions about this of the board? I have questions that you guys maybe could answer.
We would have to,
If it's regarding the actual project and what's going on in the project, since you guys have a continuance, you can't really be discussing anything, especially without a representative here for the project.
Okay. I'll come July 2nd. I have a couple of questions that I think you could answer, though.
Want a letter to come up just like...
you, absolutely, sure, if it's pertaining, hopefully we can answer. If you're going to state your name and your address real quickly.
My name is Barbara Worthington, and I live right next door, 2729 Cranberry Highway. And my first question is it standard procedure for a developer to get a variance and then come to this commission? Is that standard procedure in Wareham? Is that how it works?
To get a variance,
I mean, from
That's what he did. He got a variance.
yes.
I didn't even know what his plan was. I'm just ignorant about the process. Is that standard? Does that
Yes.
happen all the time?
I believe once you have some kind of development that's in a restricted area, you would have to go to the town hall and actually, right, Christine, you would have to get some kind of variance of zoning, and it would lead you to say, oh, you're in the buffer zones, and then you go down to this rabbit hole where it could bring you into us.
Okay.
You know, and
So
because
that
we're
led-
involved.
That led him to you. Okay.
Correct. It could just be something 100 feet away, but still, it's in our jurisdiction.
My other questions are probably, I have two more questions, probably more specific to the developer himself, because I want to ask about,
Then you're probably better off waiting till the
I'll
developer's
wait till July
here,
2nd, I'll
so-
come to that meeting.
Yeah.
Your name is Barbara Worthington?
Yes.
So you wrote an email
Oh, yes,
June 3rd. It is in the public record.
right.
Yes.
So that will be part of the hearing as well. So
At the last hearing, that was just not addressed at all. It was just, because it didn't particularly relate to wetlands, which is what was being addressed at that time.
Okay.
Anyway, I'll
Excellent.
come to July 2nd and I'll ask my questions
Great.
Oh, thank you so much.
when he's here.
Yes,
Thank you.
they'll be here.
Yeah, thank
Yes,
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
once again, I would recommend staying in touch with Christine in case they ask
Oh,
for
yeah.
another continuance.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't want to keep showing
I'll
up.
visit you, Christine.
Yeah, knock on our door. The door's always open over there, I heard.
Yeah.
Okay, so did we take a vote to continue this?
Move to continue to July 2nd.
July 2nd. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, abstain? Okay, it's 400. Okay. Okay, so amended order of a condition request, extension request. Christine, do we have any extensions?
No extension requests.
No extension requests, but we do have certification of compliant requests.
Yes.
I don't know if you want me to read those, or are you gonna go through it?
1
All
second.
right, I'm all done? Yes.
For SE 762689, recommend a certificate of compliance.
Okay, that's the motion. So moved.
All right, second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye, 400. Sorry, Christine. Okay, next one.
For SE 762101, recommend a certificate of compliance.
Okay, that's the recommendation. Can I get a little help here?
Yeah, so moved.
So
Second.
moved. A second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained? Okay, 400. Next.
for SC 762306, recommend a certification of compliance.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Abstained? Okay, 400. Next one.
And for SC 76905, recommend a certification of compliance. Can't speak today. Certification of compliance.
No worries.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, that's the motion, that's the vote, and abstained, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Abstained, opposed, everybody's good? 400. Good, I think I'm done. I don't know, I'm sorry, do you have anything?
No, I was just here for the certificate of compliance in
Okay.
case somebody had a question, so.
Oh, okay, okay.
Should we go back and discuss it?
No, not really.
I'm sitting here, I'm like,
You don't have to.
if you can hear me, okay?
We've already closed it. You can't go back now.
Oh, that's right. See, I closed it. Sorry. Yeah, you're good. Okay, do we have any review for enforcements, Christine?
No,
Not at this time. And no continuing enforcements either.
no.
And permits, certification, COCs, we're not doing any of that good stuff right now. Let me see, review and approve minutes of 7/2025.
I do have a problem with that.
Uh-oh.
It said, well, it said Josh's name, it said Josh was here, but then the note said he wasn't here. So somebody can't be here, but not here. And then my name wasn't listed as one of the participating members.
Yes, so I've corrected the notes.
Okay, I'd have to.
But I can send them
look at those
out
notes.
again.
All right.
I'd like to move that we table consideration of the minutes until the chair is present.
Okay,
Yeah.
All right, that might be a good idea then.
that's a good idea.
Second that.
Oh,
We have somebody online with a hand raised. I don't have a name. It's just see stamps on, whatever.
ooh.
Could be Sandy.
I bet it
Oh, it could be Sandy? You want to let the person in and just ask them, hopefully I didn't skip anybody. I don't know. Hello online, I'm not sure if you can hear us. If you can.
I can.
Oh, excellent.
I thought am I muted?
No.
During this.
Oh, it's Sandy?
Sounds like her.
I don't know. Is she still on?
You're joining as a panelist, so.
I don't think it's Sandy. Oh, well, I think we lost it. Is she still on?
She's joining as a panelist.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I'm sorry we didn't.
There.
I didn't.
I think I got it.
Oh, okay. I thought we lost you there. I'm not sure if
Well,
you.
I had to push buttons, and I'm not very good at pushing buttons. And I have reviewed the minutes, and I've given Christine my adjustments, and I believe they are ready to be approved,
Okay.
including Mike as a member of that meeting.
Excellent.
All right.
Okay.
I withdraw my motion.
Withdrawn.
So if it's okay with the seconder, it can be withdrawn.
It is.
It is.
All right.
Excellent. Okay, so are we going to approve the minutes of May 7th, 2025? Yes? I need a motion.
If it's okay with a Sandy on there, that's fine then.
And Sandy, you're okay with the meetings to be approved with those changes?
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you, Sandy. So I'll take a motion.
I move that we approve those minutes.
That's the motion. Can I take a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? 400? Included Sandy, no? No, we have Sandy.
Yes. You have to do a roll call since I'm on board.
Yeah, but we don't need you, right? Because we have a quorum here.
Well, I spoke do a roll call. Because now you're 500.
Okay, at, 6:45, Sandy Slavin has entered the building online. I'd like to make a motion to welcome Sandy.
No, let's not do
Better
that.
late than never.
No, we can't
Thank
do
you.
that?
We have a motion on the floor to approve the minutes.
Oh, okay, we have a motion on the floor to approve the minutes with Sandy online.
Better late than never, so.
Ask for her vote.
I had dinner.
And can we have your
Okay.
vote too, Sandy, with that, please?
I vote yay, yay.
That,
Call on me.
and Mr. Scott?
Aye.
Paula Jean O'Neill?
Yes?
Myself, yes. Mike?
And of course, yes.
Okay, so that's 500, correct?
Yes.
Excellent, so that's approved.
Now the June 4th meeting minutes.
Oh, boy, here we go. Now we have to review and approve the minutes for June 4th, 2025. Any changes, Michael?
I didn't see anything, no.
Oh, perfect. Anybody have any changes? Everybody is good with the June 4th? I'd like to make a motion to approve those minutes, please.
So moved.
So moved, that's the motion. I'm going to go around. Sandy?
You need a second.
Yay.
I need a second?
Yes.
I thought you heard Michael say yes.
Oh, fine. Yes.
Okay, there we go. Thank you, Scott. And Sandy, we'll start with you, yes?
Yes.
Aye.
Scott, aye. Paula Jean O'Neill?
Yes.
Myself, yes. Michael?
Yes.
That's 500. That's approved. The minutes are approved. Okay, so I guess at this time we would like to close the hearing. We don't have anything else going on.
I move that we close the meeting.
Second?
No, I make a motion to adjourn.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm making a motion to adjourn. Thank you, Sandy. We miss you.
Second?
That's the motion. And we're going to, okay, well, let's do a roll call vote. Sandy?
Yes.
Scott?
Aye.
Paula Jean O'Neill? Myself, Kwame, yes.
And
Michael?
aye.
Perfect. We adjourned at
6:49.
6:48 p.m.
6:48.
Yes,
Quick meeting tonight.
6:48.